This is the Madre de Oro mine along American River. It's EC03. We're looking at the portal. It's basically collapsed down partway, but it is open inside on the back side of those vertical logs laying there. We'll go up and take a look at it. It is flooded back in there. As you can see, kind of iron stained water draining out of it. It does have a weak sulfurous odor close to the mine, but out away from it, it doesn't appear to have a smell. We'll take a close-up look of right in where the water is, and then move on around, look at the dump. This is a close-up of the Madre de Oro. As you can see, it's partly caved but flooded inside there. Looking at the rock above it, looks pretty unstable, but it's, like I said, still open. We'll turn around and take a look at the dump and the water draining away from it. Little iron oxide stained stream running away, and we're looking out at the dump, looking northerly. The dump is about 130 feet long. There's a little bit of trash on it there, and not very much. It goes on out. It's pretty flat, kind of starting to get overgrown with trees, but still fairly open. Well, gets to about 80 feet wide out right on this road in the foreground where it swamps up, and the water kind of dams up there before it takes off down towards the creek. The water does, I believe, approach the creek enough in a swamp down there that I took a sample of upstream and downstream from the dump, and a dump sample, but the conductivity and pH seem to be fairly high, so I don't think it's really that much of a problem. But we'll go look at what the dump looks like out on it a little ways, and then what it looks like as it goes around as the creek goes around it, where it impinges on the creek. Here we're about halfway out the dump from the portal of the Madre de Oro. It narrows up pretty narrow to about 10 feet wide out there, maybe 15 feet or so deep, right as it above the creek. This is Queens Creek, running from right to left in the picture. We'll go over and look at the end of it and see what it looks like as the creek goes around the end of the dump. Here we're looking at the top of the dump of the Madre de Oro. It's about 15 feet maybe. This is Queens Creek. Comes down and turns, goes around the nose of the dump, and goes on around down into American River. Again, I took samples upstream and downstream from the dump, including a dump sample, and so we'll see what kind of problem that could be. There's virtually nothing else to see. Here we're looking up on the flat part of the dump. But this will be the end of EC3, the Madre de Oro mine, unless I find something else there. Here we're on the west side of the Madre de Oro dump. See this back, looking at where I was just at, over by Queens Creek. Right here is the swamp that the water that comes from the portal kind of seeps out right down in this area, and kind of just turned into a nice little wetland here. There is a bit of iron oxide staining down below. It's not real visible here probably, but it works its way over to Queens Creek, which is in the distance over there. It's about 40 feet from here. Now, I did take a upstream and downstream sample just in case it did get into it, but it doesn't look like it really flows, not as a stream, but more of a seep from the swamp. So this will be it for the Madre de Oro.